everybody, today we are going to ride the Texas Eagle. Has a cross-country train trip been on your bucket list? It is on ours. Follow along. We'd love to show you. And here it is. And here comes our train, the Texas Eagle, from Dallas, Texas to Los Angeles, California. It's a journey of about 44 hours. Hey, welcome back. This is Bob from Bucket List Cruise and Travel, a travel agency turned nonprofit by the pandemic. Anyways, a like and a subscribe would go a long way if you like all things travel. Now, let's go on to today's journey. We are recently back from our train cation from Dallas to Los Angeles aboard the Texas Eagle. You will see our room, our food options, some scenic footage, tips for train travel, and little known special stops that you can make along the way. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey. Shortly after you depart the station in Dallas, have your eyes peeled to the right side of the train. You will quickly cross over one of the most historic sites in Dallas, Texas. We are crossing over Daley Plaza, and you'll have a great view of the Texas School Book Depository where Lee Harvey Oswald fired the shots from the 6th floor window hitting John F. Kennedy. We have a video of the 15 reasons that Dallas should be on your bucket list. Be sure to watch that video if you haven't already watched it for more information about all things to see and do in Dallas, Texas before you get on the Texas Eagle. Dallas is a great place to go for a one-way trip to or from LA because both cities are major hubs for airlines, and you can usually pick up an inexpensive airfare to get one way or back the other. Now, we are staying in a roomette, so here is our tour of accommodations for the next 2 nights on the Texas Eagle as we head towards our final destination of Los Angeles. This time, we prefer the bedroom, but there were none available. So let's give you a video tour of the roomette. Behind our curtain, or the locked door, is the roomette. You will see one chair. You'll see the other chair. And of course, the well-appointed, beautiful window. There's a bunk bed that will come down, or the 2 chairs will be made into a bed for the evening. Light control. We have electrical outlets. We have night lights. You can even push to call your room attendant if you need to. You make your dining reservations with your room attendant, and they'll take care of your needs, including pulling down your bed when you're ready. Thank you for joining us on our room tour today. As you can see from the room tour, there's no bathroom in the roomette. The bathroom and the shower, yes, there's a shower on board the train, is located in a separate area that is only accessible to the first class passengers. The passengers in the coach class cannot use that. It's just for the first class. Here's a tour of how we found the shower space on our train. Hey, as you can see, acceptable, yes, tidy, not so much. Towels are provided, so is the basic soaps and shampoos. Someone left their used towel in the shower for me to clean up, so yeah, that can happen. Now, When you're in a sleeper room, or as they call it, in first class accommodations, your meals are included in the train fare. While we were traveling, the menu had been adapted from the standard menu to the new flexible to-go menu, of course, due to the pandemic. Meals were available to be eaten in the dining car or in your own room, and the steward would pick up and deliver your order to your room if you wanted. Meals were disappointing mostly. A lot of starch, a lot of pasta, potatoes, etc. And it was not a very special diet-friendly menu. So bring your own snacks because you will be hungry. The portion size is lacking. As far as beverages, they are included with your meal, but you will have to pay if you want beer or wine, for example. The service, marginal at best. Do not expect luxury on board or you will be disappointed. Of course, everyone's experience will vary, and so are people's expectations. We had 2 different room stewards and 2 different dining attendants during our journey, and the experience varied greatly depending on the person who provided the service. Some folks, they're just more customer focused than others, as you know. As for entertainment, you can always look out the window, and that is always enjoyable. There is always something outside to see, and I think for the most part, that's just part of the allure of train travel. Just sitting back and watching the scenery go by and being unplugged from everyday life. Amtrak, of course, will help you with that, as there is no Wi-Fi on board, and often you will not have reliable cellular coverage either for a great part of your trip. So, if you're thinking that a train cation and need to stay connected, this is probably not the route for you. Like and subscribe so that you are sure to see more upcoming video on routes that would be suitable for train cations. Some of the highlights of our trip and things that you can look forward to are getting off to the train, albeit in the middle of the night, in San Antonio. San Antonio is a fun city anytime, but it was especially fun when you were as hungry as we were at 10 o'clock at night. There's a planned stop there as 2 trains join at San Antonio to continue the journey to Los Angeles. The Texas Eagle arrives first, and that allows you 3 to 6 hours in San Antonio for a dinner or a bar stop if you choose. We double-checked with the conductor about the departure time because you don't want to be left. And we walked about a half mile or so to the heart of San Antonio. San Antonio stays open late on the Riverwalk, so we had no trouble finding some drinks and late night snacks to enjoy overlooking the beautiful Riverwalk. Another not to be missed experience is getting a burrito from the famous burrito lady in El Paso. She has been selling handmade burritos to train travelers for years. And if she is there, you will most likely get a shout out from the conductor telling you the burrito lady is here. Get in line quickly, she will sell out. While stopped in El Paso, we also got to witness some Border Patrol activity near the tracks. This and some additional police action on the tracks made our train arriving into Los Angeles kind of late. You know, we were over 5 hours late by the time we got into Los Angeles, and it's meant that we missed our connecting train. The arrival in Los Angeles was a little bit disorganized because we were late.
Arrived over 5 hours late, or right about 5 hours late. So once we get off, then they say, oh, you gotta go wait in this line now, even though we already have our tickets, to have a different ticket made before we can continue our journey. The service is a bit not customer focused, put it that way.
After getting our tickets exchanged at the ticket window in Los Angeles, we headed to the AMTRAK First Class Lounge. Our experience in the lounge was a breath of fresh air. Everything was welcoming and very customer focused, and it ended our journey on a very positive note. But your trip can be better if you follow the following tips. Stay tuned till the very end for 5 important tips. Where are we off to next? Well, you're glad you asked. Our next videos will be coming to you from wine country, followed by Lake Tahoe, so get your must-add bucket list tips and maps by liking and subscribing to this channel. We would love to have you join us, of course. So tip number 1, bring snacks and a small collapsible ice chest. That'll be perfect for picking up your burritos. You can bring some soft drinks, some beer or wine. It'll make your trip a lot better if you have some snacks. Download a few movies or books before you go. Like I said, you won't have connection the whole time. Now, see, another thing you can do is to check your luggage and then pack a small carry-on to use while you're in your room. Space is very limited in your cabin and you will not have room for big suitcases, but you can check them on the train and pick them up when you get to your destination in Los Angeles. Hey, also bring chargers or a small adapter. There's only one power outlet in your room and you'll need to keep your devices charged because you'll be using them a lot. And also bring your patience. Don't be in a hurry. You're going to be on train time and it'll all be just fine. Is a traincation on your bucket list? After watching this, are you more or less likely to want to take a long distance train trip? Post the comments below. I would love to respond to any of your comments or questions. Bob out.